Hey, what up, y'all? This is your boy Ken. You're watching The View from the Game. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on Instagram, you watch me live. I am the actual man behind the Instagram. Yes, I do answer my DMs. When you DMing me. Hey, but check this out, man. While I got your attention, make sure you go get my book, The 48 Laws of Game. That's right, The 48 Laws of Game. You can get it at audible.com. All you gotta do is type my name, Pimpin Ken. When you get to audible.com, and this book, as well as my other book, The Art of Human Chess. This is the book everybody's talking about. This is the book that your daddy should have taught you about. Everything that your daddy didn't teach you the game, it's in this book right here. In The Art of Human Chess, the study guide to win, teach you how to maneuver, teach you how to finesse, teach you how to play chess, teach you how to outsmart your enemy. You got to get my books, classics. Hey man, also man, make sure you subscribe, like, and make sure you let everybody know through notification where to come and get this joint at by sharing. And also, I am also the proprietor and the owner of HHF Mag, HHF Clothing, HHF Awards, and HHF Radio. Hey man, stay tuned, man, and go to thehiphopfraternity.com and check us out. And every Monday, we at the Ice Bar. That's right, 5456 Fayetteville Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Every artist get in free, every A&R get in free, every executive get in free. Everybody is free. Artists get to perform for free, and you get to park for free. The only free game in town. Okay, tell us a little bit about, some of the great things you're doing in the professional world.
Well, my first year in real estate, I did $3 million in sales, and then my second year in real estate. Oh yeah, and I also within my first year, I also was I sold 7 homes in Dominican Republic. So, and I actually have a condo there as well. Right now, I'm working on purchasing something in Dubai. So, and now I'm working on getting my license in Dubai. I have a business opportunity there. And within my 7 year of having my real estate license, I I had my first $1 million listing. It was listed at 1.7 million, and then I also co-agent on a $3 million listing a couple months ago. So it's been 2 years that I've been licensed, and I did all this in 2 years, and now I'm working on this business opportunity in Dubai, and I have a few investments I'm working on right now. I have 3 investment properties. One is already a rental. 2, I'm working on fixing and flipping, and then.
So as a realtor, for my audience out there, is it best to fix and flip, or is it best to get into commercial real estate, or to just get off into buying and selling homes, being a buyer and seller? What is the most profitable and the most best way to handle that?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to make some, like, not quick, but quick money, then it would be a fix and flip. So that way you can purchase something and then put some money into it, put it back on the market, get your investment back out. Like right now, the property I'm working on, I used hard money to purchase it. And when I put it back on the market, I'm looking at profiting over $80,000 once it's closed, and that's after after the house is paid for, after all the construction loan that I have is paid for, everything is paid for. I'm looking at walking away with about 80,000. So that could be something if you're looking to raise capital. I'm still in my I still like to feel like I'm in my building phase, because this is not my ultimate goal. I don't want to fix and flip years later. This is something that I'm doing to build capital and then invest in apartment buildings. I'm looking at learning how to do, at some point, not right now, but start a hedge fund company, seeing what classes, courses, or kind of education I need to start that to raise capital. Because
So do you deal with venture capital or private equity?
No, but that's what I should do. Okay, so what?
Well, when I say venture capital, like with our organization, the Hip Hop Fraternity, right? There's been several people who offered us money to invest in the company, and it's called growth capital, because they see our sustainability, that we sustainable, and of course, as an organization, we're scaling, we're rising, in terms of our value, and generally, when a venture capital CEO company, they look at your valuation. If it's $1 million, in capital invested, or you have assets of $1 million, then your valuation is what they call 10x.
Oh wow.
So that means 10 million. So when you hear people like Jay-Z say they're worth 2.5 billion or something like that, that's called 10x. It's probably 10 times what they actually worth. Like if you Google my name, Pimpin' Ken, my net worth is 16 million. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to come up as. But that's not the actual net worth of what I'm worth. But based on my assets,
we gotta get you. We're gonna talk.
But based on my assets and based on the things that I've acquired, it gets me that. So when investors come in, that's how they come in. So I was just saying from your perspective as a realtor, I know that the dynamics and the metrics is a little different, as far as how companies make that assessment, and evaluation. But and you say hedge fund, and you say private equity. You say private equity, or you just say hedge fund?
Oh, I said hedge fund.
Okay, so you basically doing it from a different perspective. You just
like raising capital with different investors.
Yeah.
Because I know different people who want to invest, they don't know how to, where to start, and especially more so people that look like me. So I feel like, I also have what kind of got me into real estate was I have an aunt who's in real estate, and she taught me a lot of this stuff. So the knowledge that she's passed down to me is something, it's a legacy. This is something that I could do to help my children, and then as well help others around me, because I don't know many Black women who are just looking to help others, or Black people. Well, I'm not gonna say Black people because we've been doing better, but as far as like a Grant Cardone, do you know a Black Grant Cardone?
Not right now.
You don't know who Grant Cardone is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's like a big investor, like a big time real estate investor. He owns buildings, office, and
I know Donald Trump.
Well, that's
I know
okay.
the People's Corporation.
Okay, so I'm trying to be a Black Donald Trump, and I want to help others, and that's the only way to get there.
Okay, so I have a credit agency too. I run, we fix credit, right? My son, Supreme Luxury Credit Organization, right? So, and we had a situation, right? Now this is in reference to what you talk about, real estate. So we helped this guy get a Navy Federal account. He got a Navy Federal account. Eventually, his credit got straight. We taught him what credit was, how to, keep it under 30% ratio. Taught him about all the self loans and how to do the trade lines and so on and so forth. So he got his shit up to an 780. And so he was able to get a loan from Navy Federal. And what he did is what you were talking about. He went and he bought some properties in the hood in Milwaukee. And then what he did, he brought his friends over to us, and we fixed their credit as well. So he was able to sell the houses that he initially purchased to the friends. He bought them at a pretty fair market rate, and then he took those houses and fixed them up, did a fixer up, and he flipped them to the people in the hood. So he not only did he flip the money, but he also made his friends homeowners.
Oh wow!
And he was able to do that, at scale. So he kept just buying the houses, fixing them up, and saying, "Auntie, come here."
Right.
However a man can.
Yeah.
We fix their credit, raise their credit score up. It's a lot more to it. It takes about 2 shows to break down how to fix credit. But anyway, we got all the inquiries and all that stuff off this stuff. We get all the disputes and so on and so forth. You got to do all this. A lot of stuff you got to do. But, he was able to, become a mogul. Now he's buying apartment buildings, because I say that to say that even with the, the hedge fund and the private equity and the venture capital, angel capital, good credit is good too.
Yes.
So getting your credit straight and having a PG, a personal guarantor of, 870 or better. I mean, a 780 better, can also, bank. Because I don't want, this is your interview, but I want to ask you a question. So a lot of times when we in the hood, right, we be like, hey man, front me a kilo of cocaine. Everybody want to get fronted dope. You know what I'm saying? And people actually front them dopes, keys and ounces and pounds, right? Well, the bank do the same thing. The bank loan you money the same way the dude in the hood to give you some work. And then we as Black folks in particular, we always argue that we don't never have nothing. But what they don't understand, the credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, they don't know what color you are. All they know is they look at the algorithms and they look at the crawlers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we can actually build our credit, and then once we build our credit, just like you build your credit in the hood, you can go and you can get that loan, and then you can become a fixer and flipper like you, right?
Yeah.
So talk about credit a little bit, and I know you deal with. I know sometimes you have clients that you have to, make sure that they approve and stuff like that. What is that process like?
Well, I know people say you don't need credit to buy a house, or you don't need money. Let me show you how to buy a house. Listen, you're gonna need some money, or you're gonna need some credit. You can't not have both, because something's gonna happen to where you're gonna need some cash, and something's gonna happen to where you're gonna need some credit. So, like when I purchased this house, I used hard money, and that was with credit, and then also with my portfolio. So if you have a portfolio from past investments, you're able to get funding without necessarily a high credit score. And another thing that I do as well is I have an LLC. So instead of putting every single thing with your personal credit, you build up your business credit, and then you purchase everything with your business credit.
Bow, bow, bow. It bounced when she walked. Mike Fresh in the building, you heard me? April 7th, HHF Ugly Money. HHF Ugly Money Awards is going down April 7th. Man, look. I just rocked T.I. Club, tore that bit upside down. I just seen Tip say that he was finna be at the Ugly Money Awards. It's going down. If you ain't coming, something wrong with you, for real, for real. Shout out PIMPIN, HHF Ugly Money Awards, April 7th. We out.
So we go on the Beehive show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sign first. And that's the jacket. He's
All
officially signed the HHF.
Okay then.
We just need your John Hancock, young man.
Come on with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, live on the Beehive show. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, hey man, welcome to the team, man. So
HHF.
Mike, when it comes to the streaming side of stuff and going viral, man, I mean, break that down to me. How does one go from the ground all the way up?
Yeah, man, I can't really explain that. I gotta get out on the guide or something.
I'm with you.
Honestly, because when I do stuff like that, I be like, how do I do it again? I don't know. I ain't do it. And like I said, be the women that they love me so much. So when we made this Bounce When She Walks song months ago, bro.
Yeah.
And they took it all over TikTok doing the challenge, all in other countries, Africa, China, billion streams. I don't know how, bro.
Yeah.
I was at the house in my drawers recording that. I didn't put up nothing. Like I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like people just love it. Like some people say I put voodoo in that music.
most of y'all don't know him once he introduced himself. He got over a billion streams. I'm never gonna introduce himself. What up, bro?
I go by the name of Mike Fresh. You ain't never heard me. You may have heard me on that song, Throw That Ass in a Circle. And if you ain't heard that, you may have heard me on that song, It Bounce When She Walks. Y'all know Mike G?
Oh yeah, we did some business Mike did.
Yeah, so y'all know he be doing some of Boosie shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So he brought a Boosie show to Oklahoma, and he had me open up. So he was bringing me to the back room, like, man, he just gave me the back end. He like, man, I'm finna, you got some wings back here, man, come chill. So he bring me to the back room, me and my partners go, we come bombard in the room.
Yeah.
Boosie and all his partners in the room. The way we walked in was all wrong, like.
Yeah, like, oh, it gets these wings. It's funny.
And they were looking at us like, man, who these dudes? What's going on? They like, well, y'all must want a picture or something. That's what somebody said. I said, you know what I sure do? I posed and I got on up out there was. So I told G, like, bro, you tripping. Don't never, ever do that, ever. I done rolled the Quo BG and the Dodge Magnum before. Shit, BG was at the crib in the living room before. Shit, I was at the Bling Bling video shoot, the Baller Block and movie set. We was at the mall one time. They had like 100 girls on the tour bus. I was little. I had to go on there to go pee. And I just went on there and stayed on there. I was sitting on there talking to the girls and stuff. Like an hour later, my mama and BG and them come get me off the bus.
I get my style from a lot of niggas from like just growing up, seeing a lot of niggas and like, damn, you just fly them on the suited and booted and shit. As I grew older, I'm like, man, I gotta make sure my shit together, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm popping. You know what I mean? We was driving to Chicago. It was me and my pops. Well, first, He picked me up. We slide. He like, man, we finna go to Chicago. Don't tell your brother. Don't tell nobody. I'm like, what the Papa got going on? What's up his sleeve? So we go to Chicago. We in the, I think we was in the S500. And we get there. It's a white, blonde, white lady. And she switch out the car. She pull up, we pull up, she give us the keys to a Mercedes, a black Mercedes. And we switch out the car and get back on the road. I'm like, okay, some crazy going on with Pop.
Love you lied to me. Said you'd always be around. Love you doubted me. Left my chest vacant, no style. You ripped out my heart. You tear me apart. Your sticks and your stones are breaking my bones. But it's sickening to say you won't leave me alone.
I got a new project coming out. I'm still pushing brick by brick. It's going crazy right now.